Hello, class 7, my students. Today the name of the book is The New Radiant Readers. The New Radiant Readers chapter 1. New Radiant Readers chapter 1. Now name of the story is A Witty Answer. Witty means very intelligent. Intelligent answer. Well, right. Now today I will explain the story to you in simple language. Naturally, in simple, I mean simple English language. Now, listen carefully. Once upon a time, there was a certain nobleman. His name was Curado. Currado. Curado. He was gallant and very worthy citizen. That is very prominent, well-off, wealthy citizen. Now, he is delighting much in horns and hawks. Now, one day what happened? He caught a fat young crane. It was his hobby, favorite pastime. He caught a fat young crane with his hawk. He sent it home. Where he sent? His home. But what was the purpose? His purpose was to send it to his cook and order the cook to prepare it deliciously for the supper. S-U-P-P-E-R, supper. The cook, who was a poor and a simple fellow, trusted the bird and set it over the fire to roast. Now, when it was nearly done, a friend came. A friend came there getting the tasty, delicious smell coming out from the cooking of the that is the crane. The smell coming out from the delicious cooking of the crane. Now, but the friend earnestly begged for a leg of the crane. The friend said, "Oh, the cook, my friend, please give me one piece of leg." The cook said, "No, it's not possible for me to give you one piece of leg." Then quarrel start between the cook and the friend. When it rose to a high peak, what happened? For the sake of the peace, to maintain peace, the cook was obliged to give a leg to the leg of the crane to the friend. And so the bird was served up at the supper with only one leg. Now, Curado, who had a friend at supper with him, at once sent for the cook. Now, what happened? Curado, he invited Curado, that gallant and the wealthy citizen, he invited a friend for supper. He at once sent for the cook and asked very angrily, why there is one piece of leg? Now, the cook replied after a moment, after thinking that, "Oh my, sir, Curado, that crane had only one leg." "What do you mean?" said Curado. "What do you mean?" Very angrily he replied, "Only one leg. Do you know what you are telling? I have seen several cranes in my life so far. No, always two legs, always two legs. Now one leg." The cook said to Curado that he is ready to prove it to Curado, that crane with one leg, that crane with one leg. Then the cook said, "Believe me, sir, I will prove it to you." So what happened? Let me explain it to you. That is, the one day, up till this, let me explain again, then the remaining part. There once upon a time, there was a certain nobleman, very wealthy nobleman. The name of the man was Curado. Now, one day, he had the habit of, he was very happy. He always enjoyed hounds and hawks. One day he caught a very fat young crane with his hawk and sent it to home to his cook and gave him order to prepare it for his supper. The cook, who was a very poor and simple fellow, now started to cook it, and very delicious smell was coming out. At that time a friend was coming, and he was attracted by the delicious flavor and asked the cook to give him one piece of leg. Is it clear to you, all of my students? Then the friend said that then ask for one piece of leg. Then the cook denied to give him one piece of leg. Said, no, it's not possible for me to give you one piece of leg. Not possible. At once the quarrel start between the cook and that friend. And when it rose to a high peak, what happened then? The cook was obliged to give a leg of the crane to his friend. So the bird, at the dinner time, the bird was served with one piece of leg. Now Curodo, that wealthy citizen, he and very fashionable and very well-off citizen, he invited one of his friends at the supper. He at once sent for the cook and asked angrily, why there is only one piece of leg? The cook replied after a moment that it has only one piece, the crane had only one leg. Curodo said, what do you mean? I have seen several cranes in my life, always two legs, and now you are telling me that the crane possesses only one leg. The cook said, yes, sir, I want to show you, I want to prove it, that the crane has only one leg. Now, then Curodo said, well, okay, okay, I welcome you to prove it. Look at the book. Well, said Curodo, who did not choose to have any more words in the presence of his friend. He invited his friend. He did not want to carry on the argument. I have never seen before only one leg. Now, okay, tomorrow morning the cook will prove it. Okay. That is, if you are wrong, as indeed you must be, I will thrash you so that you will remember as long as you will alive. I will give you a big lesson. If you are wrong, tomorrow it will be proved. And the Curodo, that gentleman, he stopped it because he did not want to spoil the entire environment in front of his friend. There the matter ended that night, but Curodo, whose anger at the man's impudence had hardly allowed him to get any rest, rose early. He called for horses. All of you look at the book. And took the cook along with him towards a river where he had often seen plenty of cranes at that early hour of the day. Let me read this again. There the matter ended that night. Up till this the matter ended. But Curodo, whose anger at the man's impudence had hardly allowed him to get any rest, rose early. Curodo the whole night could not sleep well, very much angry because he invited his friend only one piece of leg. How it is possible? He rose early. He called for horses and took the cook along him towards a river where he had often seen plenty of cranes at that early hour of the day. We shall soon see, he said to the cook, how much truth was in your words spoken last night. Last night you told me that one leg of the crane. Okay, prove it. The cook was now fairly at his wit's end. The cook could not realize what he would do now. Gladly would have made his escape, but he knew that there was now little hope of doing so. That last night he escaped, telling that, okay, sir, you know that the crane have one leg, but today he had to show it, prove it in front of Curado. What now? What he would do? All of a sudden, all of you look at the book. As they came in sight of the river, he happened to see before anyone else a number of cranes. They were each standing on one leg, as cranes usually do when they are sleeping. Now, all of a sudden, they came by the side of the river, and there they saw a number of cranes were standing with one leg. Usually the cranes do when they are sleeping. With a sigh of relief, the cook pointed them out of Curado, saying, "Now, sir, you yourself can see that I spoke nothing but the truth." Then the cook said, "Sir, look, I wanted to show you the fact that the cranes have only one leg. Look at the cranes." Curado looked at the birds, then replied, "Yes, true, but I will show you different." Then riding up to the birds, he cried out, "Shoo, shoo." Now Curado then looked at the birds, then replied, "Okay, then I will show you different things." Then riding up to the birds, he cried out, "Shoo, shoo." Look, S-H-O-O, S-H-O-O. At once each crane set down the other foot. Another foot came down, and after taking a step or two, they all flew away. Curado then turned to the cook and said angrily, "Well, fellow, do you believe now that the cranes have two legs?" So what happened when Curado said, "Shoo, shoo," then at once, hearing this, crane set down the other foot, and after taking a step or two, they all flew away. Curado then turned to the cook and said angrily, "Well, fellow, do you believe that the cranes have two legs? What can you say to save yourself from the thrashing that I promised you? I told you that I will thrash you. I promised, give you such a lesson for life, you will remember it." "Only this, sir," replied the cook, making a brave effort to gather his intelligence. "Had you but called shoo, shoo to the crane last night, it might have put down the other leg too." Then suddenly the cook became much intelligent and said, "Sir, you did a great mistake. You committed a great mistake. Last night, if you once said shoo, shoo, then it might have put down the other leg, as these birds did now. So you might have been saved all this journey. You might have been saved all this journey." "Well said, fellow, well said," declared Curado, laughing. "Your ready wit have saved your skin. Let us turn and go home." Then Curado said, "Okay, well done, well said. Your ready intelligence saved you this time." Thus the cook escaped a beating and made peace with his master. Now, thrash means beating. He escaped from the beating of Curado, and he made peace with his master. Okay, my students, end of the story. Next day, question answer and the word meaning. Okay, have a nice day. See you in my next class. Okay.